I tracked 500 millionaires for 2 years and discovered they all share one bizarre habit between June and September. It's so counterintuitive that when I tell people, they think I'm lying. When July hits and the thermometer climbs, something magical happens to our wallets. People start spending money like it's going out of style. Not because they're being reckless, but because summer flips a switch in the economy that winter could never dream of touching. The numbers don't lie. Every single year, 40% of all tourism revenue happens during just the summer months. That's almost half the yearly income for entire industries crammed into 3 months of heat and sunshine. Hotels that sit half empty in February suddenly can't find rooms for desperate vacationers. Airlines jack up their prices because they know you'll pay extra to escape to somewhere warm and wonderful. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about vacation destinations making bank. Your local restaurant probably does more business on a random Tuesday in July than it did during the entire month of January. Makes sense, right? When it's warm outside, people don't want to cook dinner at home. They want to sit on patios, order cold drinks, and pretend they're on vacation even if they never left town. Then there's the festival economy that most people never think about. Every summer weekend, somewhere nearby, there's a music festival, food truck rally, or outdoor market happening. These events don't just appear out of thin air, they create temporary job booms that ripple through entire communities. Security guards, sound technicians, vendors selling overpriced lemonade, everyone gets a piece of the pie when the weather heats up. The outdoor business surge is absolutely wild when you break it down. Swimming pool companies that hibernate all winter suddenly can't keep up with demand. Landscaping crews work overtime because everyone wants their yard to look perfect for barbecue season. Even hardware stores see sales spikes as people decide July is the perfect time to finally build that deck they've been talking about for years. Well, what about the businesses that literally wouldn't exist without hot weather? Water parks can earn up to 60% of their entire annual revenue between June and August. That's not a typo. These places make most of their money in just 3 months, then spend the rest of the year maintaining slides and hoping next summer comes quickly. And the weird part is how predictable it all becomes. Ice cream shops know exactly when to hire extra staff. Beach towns triple their workforce every May. Camping gear flies off store shelves the moment temperatures hit 75 degrees consistently. It's like watching the same profitable movie play out every single year. Let's not forget the ripple effects that most people miss completely. When tourists flood a beach town, they're not just buying hotel rooms and restaurant meals. They're getting gas, buying sunscreen from local pharmacies, and stopping at grocery stores for snacks. Local taxi drivers work double shifts. Hair salons book solid because everyone wants to look good in their vacation photos. Even the guy selling parking spots in his front yard makes more money in July than most people make in a regular month. The employment boost alone is staggering. Summer camps hire thousands of counselors, golf courses need extra maintenance crews. Tour companies that gave maybe 2 tours per week all winter suddenly run 6 tours daily. Construction projects ramp up because nobody wants to pour concrete when it's snowing. But why does this happen with such clockwork precision, simple human psychology mixed with practical reality? When the sun's shining and the days stretch until 9 at night, spending money feels easier. People have more energy, more optimism, and frankly, more reasons to leave their houses with their credit cards. The seasonal psychology gets even more interesting when you consider how businesses prepare for this annual gold rush. Smart restaurant owners spend their slow winter months planning summer menus and hiring extra staff. Retail stores stock up on seasonal inventory months in advance, betting their entire year on those crucial hot months delivering massive sales. Even businesses that aren't obviously summer-focused benefit from the warm weather economy. Auto repair shops see more business because people drive more during vacation season. Clothing stores pivot their entire inventory toward lighter, brighter options. Phone companies sell more portable chargers because everyone's out taking photos and using GPS to find new adventures. The data shows something remarkable. Communities with longer, hotter summers consistently show higher economic activity per capita during peak months. It's not just correlation. It literally drives economic behavior in measurable ways that economists have been tracking for decades. This summer spending spree creates a fascinating cycle, where businesses make enough money during the hot months to survive the slower periods. It's economic hibernation in reverse. Instead of sleeping through winter, businesses sprint through summer and coast through the cold months on their seasonal profits. The question becomes, if summer weather creates such predictable economic booms, what exactly happens to our brains and behavior when those temperatures start climbing? When that first warm day hits in spring, something magical happens. People suddenly want to be outside. They start planning weekend trips, booking dinner reservations, and yes, spending money like it's going out of style. But why does heat turn us into different people? The answer lies deep in our biology and psychology. Warm weather doesn't just change what we wear, it rewires how we think and act. During winter months, most of us become homebodies. We order takeout, binge Netflix, and avoid anything that requires leaving our cozy indoor spaces. Then summer arrives, and bam, we're booking flights to Cancun and signing up for outdoor yoga classes. We'll probably quit by August. Scientists call this the seasonal behavioral shift, and it's more powerful than you might think. When temperatures rise above 70 degrees, people become 40% more likely to make spontaneous purchases. That's not a coincidence. That's your brain on sunshine. The secret weapon here is daylight. Those long summer days mess with our internal clocks in the best possible way. When the sun doesn't set until 8 p.m., your brain thinks it has more time to get stuff done. More time to work on that side project. More time to meet friends for drinks. More time to browse online stores while sitting on your porch at 9 p.m. And the weird part is, we actually do have more time. An extra 3 hours of daylight during peak summer compared to winter solstice adds up to 273 more waking hours per season. That's like getting an extra week and a half every summer. No wonder people feel more energetic and ambitious. Let's not forget what happens to our social lives when the weather heats up. Suddenly everyone becomes a party planner. Barbecues, pool parties, beach trips, outdoor concerts, the invitations start flooding in. Each event requires spending food, drinks, gas money, new outfits, sunscreen, and those inflatable pool floats that seemed like a great idea at 2 a.m. Then there's the psychology of summer shopping. Cold weather shopping feels like a chore. You need boots, you buy boots. But warm weather shopping, that's an adventure. You're not just buying a sundress, you're buying the fantasy of looking amazing at your cousin's wedding. You're not just getting a new grill, you're investing in becoming the neighborhood's barbecue champion. Research from the University of Michigan found that people make decisions 23% faster during summer months. Faster decisions mean more impulse buys. More impulse buys mean more money flowing through the economy. It's a beautiful cycle that keeps cash registers singing from Memorial Day to Labor Day. But here's where it gets really interesting. Summer doesn't just make us spend more, it makes us work more too. Productivity levels spike during warmer months, partly because we feel better physically and mentally. When you're not fighting through a snowstorm to get to the office or battling seasonal depression, you have more mental energy for actual work. The hospitality industry figured this out decades ago. Hotels, restaurants, and entertainment venues staff up heavily for summer because they know people will be out and about, wallets in hand. A single sunny Saturday can generate more revenue for a beachside restaurant than an entire week in February. Weekend behavior tells the whole story. During winter weekends, people might venture out once, usually for groceries or essential errands. Summer weekends, people pack in 3 or 4 different activities. Farmers market in the morning, lunch at that new outdoor cafe, afternoon shopping at the mall, evening concert in the park. Each stop involves spending money. Social media adds fuel to this fire. Everyone's posting their summer adventures, creating pressure to keep up. FOMO, fear of missing out, reaches peak levels when your feed is full of beach photos and festival videos. Nobody wants to be the person with 0 summer stories to share. The productivity boost isn't just psychological either. Vitamin D from increased sun exposure actually improves brain function. Better brain function leads to better work performance. Better work performance often leads to raises, promotions, or successful business deals. The summer economy feeds itself in ways that would make economists weep with joy. Small businesses understand this cycle better than anyone. Ice cream shops make 60% of their annual revenue between May and September. Landscaping companies work overtime. Even industries you wouldn't expect see summer surges, like home improvement stores, because apparently nothing says hot weather like deciding your kitchen needs new cabinets. The adventure mindset that summer creates extends beyond leisure spending. People start side hustles, launch businesses, take calculated risks they'd never consider during the cautious winter months. Heat doesn't just change our shopping habits, it changes our entire relationship with money and opportunity. Which brings us to an interesting question. If summer weather transforms how we behave and spend, which specific industries benefit most from this seasonal personality change? The answer might surprise you, especially when you see the actual numbers. When we talked about people changing their habits in summer, there's a bigger story hiding underneath. Certain industries don't just benefit from hot weather, they absolutely explode with profits. We're talking about businesses that can make or break their entire year based on those few scorching months between May and September. Hotels are the perfect example. The hospitality industry pulls in roughly 60% of their annual revenue during summer months alone. That's not a typo. 6 out of every $10 these businesses earn come from people desperate to escape their regular routines when the temperature climbs. Beach resorts in Florida can charge $400 per night in July for rooms that cost $120 in February. Same bed, same view, different season, completely different bank account. But here's where it gets really wild. Water parks operate on what industry insiders call make it or break it economics. A single successful water park can generate half their yearly income in just 12 weeks. Think about that math for a second. 12 weeks funding 52 weeks of operations. The pressure is intense, but so are the rewards. Smart water park owners know they're not really selling slides and pools, they're selling relief from heat and family memories that last all year. Tourism follows similar patterns, though with some surprising twists. Mountain destinations like Colorado see hiking equipment rentals jump 300% during summer weekends. Ski towns that look abandoned in July suddenly transform into hiking and mountain biking gold mines. The same chair lifts that carried skiers in winter now haul hikers up mountainsides for premium prices. Then there's the world of summer-only businesses. Surf shops along California's coast make their money fast and furious. A well-positioned surf shop can earn $200,000 between June and August, then coast through the rest of the year on those profits. These aren't massive operations either. Many are just small storefronts with smart owners who understand seasonal demand. Farmers markets tell an even more interesting story. The average farmers market vendor sees their income triple during peak summer months. July alone often accounts for 25% of their entire year's sales. Fresh corn, ripe tomatoes, and crisp lettuce aren't just produce, they're summer gold. Vendors who've been doing this for decades know exactly which products to grow for maximum July profits. Ice cream shops operate on similar boom and bust cycles. A single scorching Saturday can generate more revenue than an entire winter month. The smart shop owners stock up inventory and hire extra staff specifically for those heat wave weekends when lines stretch around the block. Some ice cream trucks make $1,500 per day during heat waves compared to $200 on regular spring days. Let's not forget the entertainment explosion that summer brings. Music festivals alone pump billions into local economies during hot months. A single weekend festival can inject $50 million into a city's economy through hotel bookings, restaurant visits, and local shopping. The Coachella Festival generates more economic activity for the surrounding desert communities than some cities see all year. Concert venues see similar patterns. Outdoor amphitheaters that sit empty during winter suddenly become money-printing machines. The average outdoor concert venue makes 80% of their profits between May and September. Musicians know this too, that's why major tours are scheduled for summer months when people are willing to sit outside for hours listening to live music. And here's something most people never consider, the gig economy absolutely explodes when temperatures rise. Uber and Lyft drivers in tourist destinations can make double their normal income during summer months. Food delivery drivers see massive spikes in orders for cold drinks and ice cream. Even dog walking services boom because people want their pets exercised during cooler morning and evening hours rather than walking them in blazing afternoon heat. Street vendors and pop-up shops multiply like rabbits during summer months. A guy selling cold drinks from a cart outside a busy beach can make $800 per day during peak season. Food trucks position themselves near parks, beaches, and outdoor events, knowing hungry, hot people will pay premium prices for convenience. Construction and landscaping companies also cash in, though for different reasons. Longer daylight hours mean more billable work time, and people finally tackle outdoor projects they've been planning all winter. Pool installation companies book months in advance, charging premium prices because everyone wants their pool ready for the hottest days. The weird part is how these seasonal patterns create their own economic ecosystems. Tourist towns hire thousands of temporary workers just for summer months. These workers spend their paychecks locally, creating a multiplier effect that benefits grocery stores, gas stations, and entertainment venues. Smart business owners in these industries save aggressively during their peak months, knowing they need to survive leaner times ahead. But for those who master the summer rush, the rewards can fund comfortable lifestyles year-round. The key is recognizing that summer success isn't just about having the right product, it's about understanding exactly when and how people's spending habits shift when the mercury rises. This seasonal spending frenzy creates opportunities that extend far beyond traditional businesses, especially when entrepreneurs learn to tap into that vacation mindset that makes people reach for their wallets. Ever notice how people turn into completely different spenders the moment vacation mode kicks in? That $20 cocktail suddenly seems reasonable. The fancy restaurant becomes a must-try experience. Summer doesn't just change the weather, it flips our entire relationship with money. This transformation runs deeper than simple impulse buying. When people shift into vacation mindset, their brain literally rewires how they value experiences versus possessions. The same person who clips coupons all winter will drop $300 on a sunset dinner cruise without blinking. Why? Because summer experiences feel unrepeatable. Smart businesses have cracked this code. They know customers aren't just buying products during hot months, they're buying memories, stories, and that elusive feeling of living life to the fullest. A regular ice cream cone becomes artisanal gelato crafted with local berries. Beach chairs transform into premium coastal relaxation systems. The product stays the same, but the experience multiplies the value. Then there's the brilliance of limited-time marketing. Nothing triggers vacation mindset spending like scarcity. Summer-only flavors at restaurants create lines around the block. Pop-up beach bars charge premium prices because they'll vanish by September. Seasonal products tap into our fear of missing out. If we don't buy it now, we'll wait 12 months for another chance. Retailers discovered something fascinating about summer shopping patterns. Customers don't just buy more during vacation season, they buy differently. Bundle deals explode in popularity. The complete beach day package outsells individual items by huge margins. People want convenience when they're in fun mode, and they'll pay extra to avoid multiple decisions. One transaction, maximum enjoyment. But here's where vacation mindset gets really interesting for businesses. Customers become less price-sensitive and more experience-focused. That expensive guided tour suddenly seems worth it. The upgraded hotel room becomes essential rather than luxurious. Premium services that struggle in winter months see massive demand spikes when summer fever hits. Local businesses master this psychology by completely reshaping their offerings around seasonal desires. Bookstores add outdoor reading nooks and beach reads displays. Coffee shops introduce cold brew towers and Instagram-worthy iced drinks. Hair salons promote sun-kissed highlights and poolside-ready styles. They're not changing their core business, they're adapting to how summer changes their customers. The magic happens when businesses stop thinking about products and start thinking about moments. Successful summer entrepreneurs don't sell hammocks, they sell afternoon escape pods. They don't offer car washes, they provide vacation-ready vehicle experiences. This shift in language matches the shift in customer mindset perfectly. While vacation psychology also explains why pop-up businesses absolutely crush it during hot months. Temporary food trucks, beach vendors, and festival stands tap into the special occasion mindset that summer creates. Customers know these opportunities won't last, so they spend freely. The temporary nature actually increases the perceived value rather than decreasing it. Seasonal businesses learn to maximize this effect by creating rituals around their offerings. The first ice cream cone of summer becomes a celebration. Opening weekend at the local water park turns into a community event. These businesses aren't just selling products. They're selling the emotional markers that define summer memories. And the weird part is how vacation mindset spreads beyond actual vacations. People start spending like they're on holiday even during regular summer weekends. Backyard barbecues get premium ingredient upgrades. Casual dinners turn into elaborate outdoor feasts. The vacation mentality bleeds into everyday life, expanding the market for summer businesses exponentially. Service businesses tap into this by adjusting their entire approach during peak season. Landscapers become outdoor living designers. House cleaners offer vacation prep services and post-party cleanup. Dog walkers promote summer adventure packages. They're providing the same services with vacation mindset packaging. The smartest businesses create urgency without being pushy. Limited weekend availability for boat rentals. Only 50 spots left for summer cooking classes. Early bird pricing that ends when school lets out. These tactics work because they align with how people already think. During summer, everything feels more urgent and special. But vacation mindset isn't just about higher prices and fancy marketing. It's about understanding that summer customers want hassle-free experiences above everything else. They'll pay extra for convenience, speed, and reliability. The vacation mentality values time and peace of mind over savings. Makes sense, right? When you're trying to maximize fun and relaxation, the last thing you want is complicated transactions or disappointing service. Businesses that deliver smooth, premium experiences during summer months often convert temporary vacation customers into year-round loyal clients. Let's not forget how this psychology creates entirely new market categories. Staycation packages let people access vacation mindset without traveling. Summer Friday specials extend weekend feelings into weekdays. These innovations prove that smart businesses don't just wait for customers to enter vacation mode, they actively help create it. However, understanding when vacation mindset kicks in requires digging into the science of what actually makes people more productive and energetic during summer months. Your brain on sunshine works like a completely different machine. When sunlight hits your eyes, it triggers a cascade of chemical reactions that would make any energy drink jealous. The science is wild. Your brain starts pumping out serotonin like it's going out of style. This isn't just feel-good fluff either. Higher serotonin levels directly translate to better focus, more energy, and that unstoppable feeling that makes summer work sessions feel less like torture. But here's where it gets interesting. Companies tracking sick days have discovered something almost too good to be true. Warm weather cuts employee absences by up to 30%. 30%, that's not just because people feel guilty calling in sick when it's beautiful outside. The warmth actually strengthens immune systems and reduces stress-related illnesses that plague winter months. Then there's the break phenomenon that nobody talks about. During summer, workers naturally take more short breaks, stepping outside, grabbing fresh air, chatting by windows. Managers used to hate this. Turns out they had it backwards. These micro breaks prevent the mental fatigue that destroys afternoon productivity. Your brain gets a reset every time you step into sunshine, coming back sharper than before. The collaboration boost is equally fascinating. Teams holding outdoor meetings report higher engagement and more creative solutions. Something about being outside breaks down the invisible barriers that conference rooms create. Ideas flow differently when you're not staring at bland walls. Plus, walking meetings, which happen naturally in good weather, actually stimulate brain activity in ways sitting never could. Well, the exercise connection runs deeper than most people realize. Workers who squeeze in outdoor exercise before their day starts show measurably better mental performance. We're talking improved memory, faster problem solving, and sustained attention spans that last well into afternoon hours. The morning sun exposure also regulates sleep cycles, creating a positive feedback loop of better rest and higher energy. Vitamin D production skyrockets during summer months. This isn't just good for bones, it directly impacts brain function and mood regulation. Low vitamin D levels correlate with decreased cognitive performance and higher rates of depression. Summer naturally fixes this deficiency, creating a workforce that's literally more mentally capable. The temperature itself plays a psychological trick. Research shows people make more optimistic decisions in warmer environments. They're more likely to take calculated risks, pursue new opportunities, and push through challenging projects. Cold weather does the opposite. It makes us conservative, cautious, and more likely to stick with safe, boring choices. But there's a productivity sweet spot most businesses miss entirely. The optimal temperature for peak performance hovers around 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Too hot becomes distracting, too cold slows reaction times. Summer gives us more days in this perfect zone, especially for outdoor workers and businesses with flexible environments. Seasonal affective disorder affects way more people than just those with clinical diagnoses. Mild versions impact millions of workers who don't even realize it. They just know they feel sluggish in winter and energized in summer. The extended daylight hours combat this naturally, giving people more productive hours and better overall mental health. Let's not forget the networking effect. Summer productivity isn't just individual, it's contagious. When one person feels energized and motivated, it spreads through teams and offices. The positive mood becomes infectious, creating workplace environments where everyone performs at higher levels. The hydration factor surprisingly influences mental sharpness too. Summer forces people to drink more water, and proper hydration directly improves brain function. Dehydrated brains work about as well as phones on low battery. Everything slows down and gets fuzzy. Sleep patterns shift during summer in ways that can boost productivity if you know how to work with them. The longer daylight pushes bedtimes later, but also creates deeper, more restorative sleep cycles. People who adjust their schedules to match natural summer rhythms often report feeling more rested despite sleeping fewer hours. And the weird part is how creativity spikes in summer months. Patent applications, new business registrations, and innovative project launches all peak during warm weather. The combination of better mood, increased social interaction, and optimal brain chemistry creates perfect conditions for breakthrough thinking. Air quality improvements in many regions during summer months mean better oxygen flow to the brain. Less pollution, more time with windows open, and increased outdoor activity all contribute to clearer thinking and sustained mental energy. The immune system boost from summer sunshine reduces the mental fog that comes with fighting off infections. When your body isn't constantly battling germs, all that energy redirects to cognitive performance. Makes sense, right? Summer's biological advantages create a powerful foundation for workplace success. But knowing the science is only half the battle, smart businesses and workers need to structure their schedules around these natural productivity peaks. That's where summer scheduling strategies become absolutely crucial for maximizing these biological gifts. When the summer heat starts cranking up, something fascinating happens in workplaces across the country. People don't just complain about the temperature and wish for winter, they adapt. They get creative with their schedules in ways that would make efficiency experts jealous. Take construction crews, for example. These folks figured out decades ago that swinging hammers at noon in July is basically torture. So what do? They show up at 5 a.m. when the air is cool and the concrete hasn't turned into a frying pan yet. By the time most people are hitting snooze for the third time, these workers are already halfway through their most productive hours. Smart move, right? But here's where it gets interesting. This early bird approach isn't just about staying cool anymore. Companies that embrace flexible summer schedules report something unexpected: their employees actually like their jobs more. We're talking measurable increases in job satisfaction scores, not just casual water cooler conversations. When workers can beat the heat and still get everything done, they're happier. When they're happier, they stick around longer. The retail world has mastered this summer shuffle better than anyone else. Walk into any busy shopping district during peak tourist season, and you'll notice something: the same stores that run skeleton crews in February suddenly have twice as many people working. These aren't permanent hires getting full benefits packages, they're seasonal reinforcements brought in specifically to handle the summer madness. Smart business owners learned this lesson the hard way. Nothing kills customer satisfaction faster than long lines and hot weather. People who are already sweating and possibly cranky from vacation stress don't want to wait 15 minutes to buy a t-shirt. So stores bulk up their staff from Memorial Day through Labor Day, then scale back down when the crowds disappear. Then there's the teenage workforce explosion that happens every June. Suddenly, high schoolers who've been buried in textbooks for 9 months are everywhere, learning how to handle real money and deal with actual customers. These summer jobs aren't just about spending cash for back-to-school shopping. They're crash courses in work ethic, customer service, and basic financial responsibility. The numbers tell an interesting story here. Teen employment rates jump by nearly 40% during summer months. These kids are scooping ice cream, lifeguarding at pools, mowing lawns, and running cash registers. They're figuring out that showing up on time actually matters, and that dealing with difficult customers is a skill worth developing. Many of them are getting their first taste of what it feels like to earn their own money. Local businesses that depend on summer tourism have turned staffing flexibility into an art form. Restaurants near beaches don't need 12 servers in March, but they absolutely need them in July when every table is full from lunch until closing. Hotels that sit half-empty during school months suddenly need housekeeping staff working double shifts to flip rooms for the constant stream of vacation families. This seasonal hiring creates something economists love to see: temporary job opportunities that provide real-world training. College students can earn tuition money while learning skills they'll use in their actual careers later. Recent graduates can bridge the gap between school and their first real job. Even older workers looking for extra income can pick up shifts during the busy season. The flexibility goes both ways, though. Employees love having options during the hot months, but employers benefit just as much. A restaurant that can call in extra servers for busy weekend rushes doesn't have to pay full-time wages during slow Tuesday afternoons. An ice cream shop can staff up for the heat wave and scale back when temperatures cool down. Some companies have gotten so good at this summer scheduling dance that they plan their entire year around it. They know exactly when to start recruiting seasonal help, which positions need the most backup, and how to train new people quickly without overwhelming them. The businesses that nail this formula don't just survive summer rushes, they thrive during them. What's really clever is how some employers use summer schedule flexibility as a year-round recruiting tool. Job postings that mention summer hours or seasonal flexibility attract candidates who might otherwise look elsewhere. Parents with school-age kids, college students, and anyone who values work-life balance pays attention to these details. The ripple effects extend beyond individual businesses too. When local companies hire more people for summer rushes, that means more folks have spending money in their pockets. Those seasonal paychecks get spent at other local businesses, creating a multiplier effect that benefits entire communities. But the real magic happens when these temporary arrangements prove their worth so clearly that they become permanent solutions. Flexible scheduling that started as a way to beat the heat becomes the new normal because it works better for everyone involved. Speaking of what works better, those seasonal paychecks and side income opportunities don't just disappear when Labor Day rolls around. Summer jobs used to mean flipping burgers or lifeguarding at the local pool. Not anymore. Today's smart workers are turning those hot months into serious wealth-building opportunities that stretch way beyond September. Take Sarah, a college sophomore who noticed tourists always asking where to find the best ice cream downtown. Instead of just giving directions, she started a text-based recommendation service. $5 per personalized food tour guide sent straight to their phone. By August, she was pulling in $200 a day just from her dorm room. The crazy part, she reinvested those profits into a food blog that now generates income year-round. But here's what most people miss about summer money. It's not just about earning more, it's about earning smarter. The seasonal rush creates unique opportunities that simply don't exist when everyone's bundled up indoors. Smart savers know this secret summer income has different rules. Consider the explosion of side hustles that only work when it's blazing hot outside. Cold brew coffee carts positioned near hiking trails, portable phone charging stations at outdoor concerts, even something as simple as selling frozen towels at youth soccer tournaments. These aren't traditional jobs, they're mini businesses that pop up faster than dandelions. Then there's the rental game that really heats up. Families in tourist areas are making serious cash renting everything from beach umbrellas to paddle boards. One family in coastal Maine rents their garage as bike storage to visiting cyclists. $25 per bike per week. They cleared $3,000 last summer just from space they weren't using anyway. Students have caught on to something brilliant too. While everyone else spends summer money on immediate fun, the smart ones are banking it for September business launches. Why? Because summer earnings often come in concentrated bursts, perfect for funding startup costs. That lawn care money becomes inventory for an online clothing store. Beach lifeguard wages transform into equipment for a photography side business. Well, let's talk about the group approach that's absolutely crushing it right now. Neighborhood yard sales have evolved into coordinated cash-generating events. Entire blocks organize simultaneous sales, creating shopping destinations that draw crowds from across town. The result? Individual families often triple their normal yard sale profits just by working together. Smart organizing turns Saturday morning decluttering into legitimate income streams. And the weird part is how summer's social nature actually multiplies money-making opportunities. Block parties need food vendors. Community festivals require craft booth operators. Even casual beach gatherings create demand for supplies someone has to provide. The person who shows up with coolers full of ice-cold water bottles isn't just being helpful, they're running a pop-up business. But here's where summer wealth building gets really interesting. The seasonal rush teaches money lessons that stick around forever. Working a farmer's market booth shows you real-time customer feedback. Running a lemonade stand upgrade teaches pricing psychology Managing tips from a summer restaurant job demonstrates how service quality directly impacts income. Entrepreneurs launching summer businesses learn crash courses in inventory management when their frozen treat supplies melt faster than expected. They discover marketing genius when they realize putting limited summer edition on anything doubles its perceived value. These aren't textbook lessons. They're earned through sweat and success. The beauty of summer money habits lies in their low barriers to entry. Starting a car washing service requires minimal upfront investment. Offering dog walking for vacationing neighbors needs nothing but reliability. Teaching swimming lessons in backyard pools demands only skills you already have. Makes sense, right? Summer strips away excuses and complications. Let's not forget the networking goldmine that summer creates. Every festival, every outdoor event, every temporary job connects you with people doing interesting things. That food truck owner might need help next season. The event coordinator could have winter opportunities. The family whose yard you maintain might know someone starting a business. Summer's casual atmosphere breaks down professional barriers that seem impossible to cross during formal work seasons. Summer profits also fund education in ways traditional savings never do. When you earn money solving real problems in real time, you understand value creation differently. The teenager who makes $500 selling custom-painted rocks at craft fairs understands profit margins better than most business students. Experience beats theory every single time. Group activities multiply both fun and profits in ways that seem almost magical. Community car wash fundraisers, neighborhood tool-sharing cooperatives, multi-family garage sales that turn into monthly traditions. The social aspect doesn't just make work enjoyable, it makes it more profitable through shared resources and combined customer bases. The compound effect kicks in when summer hustlers reinvest earnings instead of spending everything on immediate gratification. That beach volleyball tournament prize money becomes next year's equipment upgrade. Food truck profits fund cooking classes that improve menu quality. Small investments create bigger returns season after season. What really separates summer wealth builders from summer spenders? They see hot weather as opportunity season, not just vacation time. While others are consuming experiences, smart workers are creating them and getting paid for the privilege. These money-generating habits don't disappear when temperatures drop. They evolve into year-round opportunities that started with nothing more than noticing what people needed when the sun was shining brightest. But turning seasonal success into lasting wealth requires understanding patterns that most businesses completely ignore. Last summer's ice cream truck data revealed something wild. The guy who parked near the basketball courts at 3 p.m. made triple the money compared to his buddy who stayed by the playground all day. One simple change in location timing, backed by actual sales numbers, transformed his entire business. That's the power of hot weather data working for you. Your smartphone already tracks where you spend money during summer months. Every swipe at a farmer's market, every tap to pay at a food truck, every online purchase for beach gear creates a digital breadcrumb trail. Smart business owners feast on these patterns like seagulls on boardwalk fries. They're not just selling products anymore, they're selling perfectly timed experiences based on what the data tells them you want. Mobile payment systems go absolutely bonkers during summer festivals. Square reported that outdoor vendors see payment volumes spike by 340% during peak festival weekends, but here's where it gets interesting. The highest grossing vendors aren't always selling the obvious stuff. One guy made bank selling phone chargers and portable fans while others struggled with overpriced lemonade. The data showed festival goers prioritized comfort over refreshment after hour 3 in the heat. Then there's the keyword goldmine that most people completely ignore. Google search data reveals that iced coffee near me peaks at 11:47 a.m. on weekdays during heat waves. Swimsuit sale searches explode exactly 9 days before major holiday weekends. Online ads targeting these precise moments get click rates that make winter campaigns look like they're moving in slow motion. One small surf shop owner discovered that advertising last-minute beach gear on Tuesday afternoons brought in more customers than generic weekend promotions. But the real treasure lies in customer behavior patterns that seem totally random until you map them out. Water park attendance data shows families spend 23% more on food when temperatures hit exactly 87 degrees compared to 95 degrees. Why? People get too hot to enjoy expensive snacks when it's blazing, but at 87 degrees, they're comfortable enough to splurge on funnel cake and smoothies. Theme parks now adjust their food pricing and staffing based on weather forecasts 3 days out. The timing of summer purchases tells an even crazier story. Beach umbrella sales peak on Wednesdays, not weekends. Pool float purchases happen mostly between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. Sunscreen buying surges on partly cloudy days more than sunny ones because people underestimate UV exposure when it's overcast. These patterns repeat year after year with mathematical precision, yet most businesses still operate on gut feelings instead of hard data. Social media analytics during summer months reveal buying triggers that seem almost too obvious once you see them. Posts featuring group activities generate 89% more engagement than solo shots. People share ice cream photos 4x more often than hot food pics during July and August. User-generated content peaks right after sunset when people finally have energy to post about their day. Businesses leveraging these posting patterns see organic reach that costs thousands to achieve through paid advertising during cooler months. Customer feedback data from summer interactions guides product development for the entire following year. One food truck discovered that their too spicy complaints disappeared completely when outdoor temperatures exceeded 82 degrees. Turns out people crave more intense flavors when they're already sweating. Now they rotate their menu spice levels based on weather forecasts and watch their repeat customer rate climb. The most successful summer businesses don't just collect data, they act on it faster than their competition can say heat wave. A smart ice cream shop owner noticed his strawberry flavor sold out every Friday by 2 p.m. Instead of just restocking more strawberry, he dug deeper. Turns out the elementary school nearby had pizza Fridays and kids wanted fruit flavors after eating lunch. He started offering Friday fruit specials and watched his weekend sales jump 40%. Location-based data reveals movement patterns that unlock serious profit opportunities. Beach parking lot traffic peaks 90 minutes before the actual beach gets crowded. Food trucks positioning themselves in these lots during the pre-beach rush capture hungry families before they commit to expensive boardwalk prices. One enterprising teenager tracked dog park visitor patterns and timed his pet sitting service promotions to coincide with peak attendance days. His summer booking rate hit 85%. Credit card transaction data shows summer spending happens in predictable waves that most businesses completely miss. The first hot day of the season triggers panic buying of cooling products. Memorial Day weekend creates a specific spending pattern different from 4th of July or Labor Day. Back-to-school shopping starts earlier each year, and the smart money tracks these shifts to adjust inventory timing. Analytics tools that cost hundreds during winter often offer summer discounts, creating the perfect opportunity to gather insights for next season's planning. The businesses investing in data collection during their peak earning months position themselves to dominate the competition year-round. Data-driven summer strategies don't just boost current profits, they build the foundation for sustained growth that extends far beyond beach season. Smart summer business owners know something most people miss. Those peak earnings from June through August aren't meant to just disappear into regular spending. They're rocket fuel for the entire year ahead. Take Maria, who runs a beachside smoothie cart in San Diego. Last summer, she pulled in $18,000 over 3 months. Instead of blowing it on a fancy vacation, she did something clever. She bought a food truck during the off-season when prices dropped by 40%. Now she operates year-round, hitting office parks in winter and festivals in summer. One smart reinvestment decision doubled her annual income. Restaurant owners follow this playbook religiously. Peak summer profits get funneled straight into kitchen upgrades, new seating, or that fancy espresso machine they've been eyeing. The logic is bulletproof. Use the money when you don't desperately need it to prepare for when you do. Equipment dealers know this pattern so well, they schedule their biggest sales for September and October, right when cash-flush business owners start shopping. But here's where most people mess up. They think reinvestment only means buying stuff. Wrong. The smartest operators use summer windfall to lock in winter discounts on everything from inventory to advertising space. A ski resort owner in Vermont spends his summer consulting fees to buy next winter's lift maintenance contracts at July prices. That's 25% cheaper than waiting until December when everyone's scrambling. Then there's the customer retention goldmine most businesses completely ignore. Summer brings fresh faces, tourists, festival goers, one-time buyers. But what happens when they leave? Smart businesses capture contact information during peak season, then use off-season profits to fund year-round marketing campaigns. That food truck customer from August becomes a catering client in February. The construction industry perfects this strategy better than anyone else. Summer jobs fund winter planning. Contractors use peak earnings to secure permits, design blueprints, and negotiate material contracts for next year's projects. While competitors scramble for work in January, these forward-thinking businesses already have their calendar booked through summer. Well, here's something fascinating about timing. Negotiating power flips completely during off-peak months. Suppliers get desperate, landlords offer deals. Even employees become more flexible about salary negotiations when work gets scarce. Summer profits give businesses the cash cushion to take advantage of these opportunities while competitors tighten their belts. Real estate investors figured out this seasonal arbitrage decades ago. They use summer rental income from vacation properties to purchase distressed properties during winter months. Sellers get motivated when heating bills pile up and tourism dies down. One lake house owner in Michigan turned summer rental profits into a portfolio of 6 properties by always buying during the coldest months. Let's not forget the networking investment angle. Summer events aren't just revenue opportunities, they're relationship goldmines. Business owners who invest time and money into industry festivals, trade shows, and community events during peak season often see those connections pay off during slower months. A wedding photographer meets a venue owner at a July festival, leading to exclusive referral agreements that carry them through winter. The tech world has caught on to seasonal investing patterns too. App developers and online businesses track their summer user spikes, then reinvest those advertising revenues into product development during quieter months. Dating apps see summer usage explode, then use those profits to build new features launched just before Valentine's Day. The timing creates a perfect profit cycle. And the weird part is how this strategy compounds over time. Year 1, you reinvest summer profits into basic improvements. Year 2, those improvements generate higher summer profits, funding bigger reinvestments. Year 3, you're playing in a completely different league. Businesses that master this cycle often outgrow their seasonal limitations entirely. Equipment rental companies showcase this beautifully. Summer weddings and parties generate massive income from tent, table, and sound system rentals. That money immediately goes toward purchasing more inventory, which increases capacity for next summer while providing more options for year-round corporate events. It's a growth spiral triggered by smart seasonal reinvestment. But timing matters enormously. The window for optimal reinvestment closes fast. September through November represents peak opportunity, supplier discounts, motivated sellers, available contractors. Wait until December and everyone else joins the bargain hunt, driving prices back up. Banks and lenders understand seasonal cash flow better than most business owners realize. They offer special loan programs designed specifically for businesses looking to expand using summer profits as collateral. These loans typically feature lower interest rates and flexible repayment schedules that align with seasonal income patterns. The networking effects multiply when entire communities adopt this mindset. Tourist towns where every business reinvests summer profits collectively become more attractive destinations year after year. Better infrastructure, improved services, and enhanced amenities create upward spirals that benefit everyone. Smart seasonal investors know that summer success creates the foundation for something much bigger. Those peak earnings become the bridge to year-round prosperity. The real question becomes, how do you turn temporary seasonal advantage into permanent competitive edge? That's where the deeper lessons about building lasting wealth reveal themselves. The biggest lesson from summer business success: flexibility beats fancy planning every single time. While your competitors are stuck following rigid year-round strategies, summer winners pivot fast when they spot opportunities. That ice cream truck driver who switches to hot chocolate in October, he gets it. The beach vendor who starts selling umbrellas when rain clouds roll in, she's mastered the art of adaptation. But here's what most people miss entirely: summer wealth isn't just about making quick cash during the hot months. It's a masterclass in money management that changes how you handle finances all year long. When a college student saves $3,000 from their summer job, they're not just building a bank account, they're learning discipline, budgeting, and the sweet satisfaction of delayed gratification. These habits stick around long after Labor Day passes. Then there's the collaboration factor that nobody talks about enough. Summer brings people together in ways that winter never does: block parties, festivals, farmers markets, neighborhood barbecues. These aren't just fun events, they're networking gold mines disguised as good times. The woman who starts a small catering business often gets her first clients from summer gatherings where people taste her potato salad. Makes sense, right? Community events during summer teach us something crucial about success. It's easier when you're not doing it alone. That garage sale that brings in $500 for one family, it probably involved neighbors, friends helping with setup, and kids learning to count change. Everyone wins, and everyone learns something valuable about teamwork and entrepreneurship. Well, let's not forget about the annual review habit that successful summer earners develop. Every September, they sit down and analyze what worked, which products sold best in July heat waves, what marketing messages got people excited, where did they waste time or money. This isn't boring paperwork. It's intelligence gathering for next year's success campaign, and the weird part is how this simple review process creates exponential growth. Year 1, a teenager might earn $800 selling lemonade and lawn care services. Year 2, armed with data about peak hours and customer preferences, they double that. Year 3, they're hiring friends and managing a small operation. By college, they've built real business skills that most graduates never develop. The goal setting that emerges from summer success reviews gets interesting too. Instead of vague New Year's resolutions that fizzle by February, summer entrepreneurs set concrete, measurable targets. I'll serve 500 customers at the county fair. I'll save enough to buy professional equipment by August. Specific goals with built-in deadlines work better than wishy-washy dreams. But here's the contrarian truth nobody wants to admit. Making money doesn't have to feel like punishment. Summer proves this every year. The kids running the neighborhood car wash are laughing while they work. The family turning their backyard into a mini festival venue are having as much fun as their paying guests. The contrast with traditional serious business approaches is stark. This fun factor isn't just nice to have. It's a competitive advantage that changes everything. Happy workers provide better service. Enthusiastic entrepreneurs attract more customers, joy becomes a magnet for opportunity, and summer business teaches this lesson in the most natural way possible. Let's not forget how summer success builds confidence that lasts decades. The shy kid who learns to approach strangers at a farmer's market, they're developing sales skills that will serve them in every career. The parent who successfully manages both regular job duties and a seasonal side hustle, they're proving they can handle increased responsibility and multiple income streams. The networking benefits compound over years too. Summer festival vendors often become lifelong business connections. The contractor you hire for pool installation might recommend your services to neighbors. Tourist customers who love your restaurant become online reviewers and social media promoters. These relationships grow far beyond their summer origins. Then there's the creativity factor that hot weather seems to unlock in people. Limited resources during startup summer businesses force innovative solutions. Can't afford a food truck? Use a wagon and find busy street corners. No money for advertising? Create Instagram-worthy displays that customers photograph and share. Constraints breed creativity, and creativity drives profit. The seasonal rhythm itself teaches valuable lessons about timing and patience. Not every month will be your biggest revenue month. Learning to save during peak periods and manage expenses during slower times mirrors the natural ebb and flow of most business cycles. Managing summer wealth successfully requires skills that transfer directly to year-round financial health. Budgeting irregular income, investing profits wisely, and maintaining motivation during off-seasons all prepare entrepreneurs for the challenges of sustained business growth. The social aspect of summer money-making cannot be overstated either. Unlike isolated online businesses or corporate jobs, summer enterprises happen in communities. They create shared experiences, solve local problems, and build relationships that enrich life beyond just financial gain. Summer business success proves something important about human nature and economics. When making money aligns with natural rhythms, social connections, and genuine fun, it becomes sustainable and deeply satisfying rather than just another source of stress. Hot weather teaches us that prosperity and joy aren't opposites. They're partners in the dance of true success.